Yeah, guys. So just before starting the session, guys, let me I think some guys has been known about me, okay, because they may be my old students or they maybe have been joined in a different courses of mine. And let me introduce so who has been with whom I'm interacting for the first time. This is Vamsi here, guys. Almost all I'm having around 20 plus years of experience. So I'm expertise in many more technologies, specifically on the data related technologies. So mostly I will be handling some kind of an both, which is going to be like an training, mostly into the training, in the training, the training field mostly, along with like an consultant trainer for various training institutes to train the participants who are looking for a job, and as well as will be into the corporate level trainings also, which for the corporate level people I will be giving the training. So I have done recently for Optum, for Deloitte, and currently I'm doing a training program which is going to be for a company called as an Future Ends actually. It's a Future Ends is a company. What basically basically their particular activities is they will recruit the people having some around 2 to 3 years of experience. They'll give the training on the technologies like data engineering, data science, and there are going to be assigned to some clients they will assign. So that is a company called as an Future Ends is there. It's a Bangalore based company. So right now I'm just currently handling the training program for the data engineering and data science for those particular the employees having some around 12-15 employees we have it actually. So that's it. That's it about me. Having an mainly my technologies, my skill set are going to be very high. I can talk about a lot of technologies like starting from database to Python, data engineering, big data systems, Power BI, machine learning, deep learning, all these, the complete multiple skills are there. So that is mainly the reason why I moved to the data science. Almost all 6 years of experience in the data science. Almost all I started in 2017. Almost all I completed 6 years of my complete expertise on the data science field actually. Okay, so that's it about myself. So I'm going to be so you guys has been joined, so maybe I don't know, some of you are looking for a change in the job from existing technology to the data science. Why? Because some of the technologies we have been seen, they have been almost all saturated, and some people are looking for a job. That means first time they want to they want to join the industry. Some people already they are in the industry, they want to shift their particular, they want to shift their particular role. So anyhow, we have a mixture, we are having some kind of different levels of people will be there. All participants are not at the same level. In corporate level trainings, all participants will be at the same level, but here it is not like that. So some are who are going to be freshers may be there, who are having some little bit experience on the data science and looking for some kind of an advanced concepts in data science. Or some people may be having an experience in Java, .NET or something like testing. They want to move, because we know that right now how the market was there. So there are how they're talking about the new technologies, ChatGPT. These are all some kind of an the people are worried about that also. Once the ChatGPT has came, people started worrying about that. Fine. Anyhow, so actually our course is going to be nothing but we called it as, which is going to be a full stack data science. It is going to be a full stack data science actually. Nowadays, even you have been seeing the market, the how the industry is changing actually, guys. So previously, that means some years before, they used to say that how much marks or how much percentage you have got in 10 standard. Okay, in 10 plus 2, how much we have been got, and what is good in 10 standard, what is going to be your percentage actually, how much percentage we have got in 10 plus 2, how much we have been got in graduation, etc, etc. Now even for freshers also, nowadays nobody is looking at the what is the 10 standard marks, how much you have got in 10 plus 2, how much you have got graduation. Nothing is there. Almost all the mode of interview also has been completely changed. The mode of interview also almost all it has been completely changed actually, guys. They are saying that technical interviews. So previously technical interviews means the person used to ask so many questions like a discussions. But now almost all it has been changed actually, guys. They are just conducting a test. They are giving some kind of an questions directly, and they're asking to solve the problem. That's it. They're looking only the skills what the person is having. So even whether he was an engineering graduate or whether he's a some other graduate does not matter. Whether he is having the skills to solve the problem or not. That's it. If you are able to solve the problem, shortlisted. That's it. After that, remaining technical interviews. So this course, whatever the course we are talking about, which is going to be full stack data science. Nowadays, the companies are also looking for the people who are having the complete skills to implement a full stack. What is meaning of a full stack means, as you know that whenever we are working in a project, different skills, depending on the projects, we require a different skills we require it actually. A different skill sets they have to require. In earlier, that means some years before, what the companies used to do is, for example, to implement this project, I require some different, let us say 5 different skills we require. 5 different skills. Okay. So they may be, okay, 5 different skills they are looking for actually, five different skills. Previously, what we used to do is, what the companies used to do is, so recruit a candidate who is having a skill 1, recruit another candidate who is having a skill 2, and recruit another person who is having a skill 3. Like that, they used to recruit 5 different people. So they used to recruit 5 candidates. They used to recruit 5 candidates who are having 5 different skills they are having. Each one is having a different skills. Or maybe at least 2 skills they are having at least. So one person may, one candidate may have 2 skills, one participant may have 3 skills, like that. So at that time, what is the problem here is, whenever, unless and until this candidate completes his work, maybe this based on his work only, the next person whatever the program or whatever the functionality has to write is depending on his particular whatever the functionality what the other person needs to perform. So unless and until this person does not complete his work, he cannot start his particular work. And one more thing is, if there is any problem is there, so he was unable to, the other people are unable to help him actually. But now the companies are looking for, they're recruiting 5 candidates. They are not saying that I will recruit only one person, you do all the 5 activities. They're recruiting 5 candidates, but all the 5 candidates should have all the 5 skill sets. All the 5 skill sets they should be having. They may not be expertise in all the 5 skill sets. At least they should be having some knowledge. Nowadays, like a learning, it's not like earlier, learning one programming language, getting a job. It's not like that. They are saying that if you know this, along with that, you should know about this one. Nowadays, almost all with any technology, one of the common technology which everybody is talking about that. So whatever the technology you will learn, everybody has to have a little bit knowledge about a cloud computing. Why? Because almost all nowadays in every technology we are implementing, there is a cloud, which is going to be the cloud related implementation is there. So everybody has to know, which is going to be some basic cloud computing concepts we have to require it actually. So what we are trying to say here is, as a full stack, whenever we want to work, what is full stack means nothing but the candidate requires all the skill sets that is required to implement a data science project. For example, nowadays there are calling, which is going to be full stack Python. So whenever we are implementing a Python project, so whatever the skill sets that are going to be required, all the skill sets have to be required here. Simply if you know only this skill set only, that is not sufficient. So they are saying full stack Python, they are saying full stack UI, full stack Java. Everywhere they are saying that nowadays, they are saying that full stack only. Same as it is, here also our course is not a single language or a single tool or not a single software. We are going to be learning something about a full stack data science. That means to implement a data science project, whatever the different skill sets that are required, all the skill sets we are going to learn it here. It's a very, don't think that so many tools will get confused with that and all these things. No, you can learn as many skill sets you can learn. You need not to be an expertise on all these things. Show some expertise on one or two skill sets, and remaining you should be aware about that, because we are not computers and we are not machines, isn't it, to become an expertise in all that particular areas, isn't it? So you may be expert in it's going to be one concept. Remaining, you should be aware about around that what is happening. You should be knowing about that. That is what exactly this as what we are talking about a full stack data science course. First of all, what is data science actually, guys? What is data science first of all? Okay, so when I ask in almost in every batch, I will ask them. So like whenever I start with the new course, I will ask every participant like, what is going to be data science? What do you know about a data science? A different people will have an opinion about the different opinions. Maybe some of them are partially correct, some of them are going to be maybe 100%. Generally I don't encounter the answers which are going to be 100% correct. At least 70-80% what the points are going to be, that are going to be correct actually. So data science is not a language. First of all, data science is not a language. Yeah, data analysis, but okay, uh, it's a data analysis. Even that is also going to be, we can't achieve directly the data analysis with artificial intelligence. So that also requires a different skills we have to require it actually. Okay, fine. So anyhow, what is basically data science? So what expecting? So whenever there is a data science project, so whenever a company is having a data science project, what they are expecting from that? What they are going to be expecting from that particular project? Okay, I'll tell you. There are so many are there. That's why I said machine learning is there, deep learning is there, NLP is there. So many things are there actually. Okay, it's not that only if you learn machine learning, if you learn only something, but we have a different options. We have it. We'll study. We'll try to understand all those things in our introduction classes actually. Okay, so what is going to be data science basically? Data science is not a language. It is a language? No, it is not a language. Then is it any software or a tool? No, it is not a, which is a software or which is going to be, it is not a tool. So don't expect that just like Java, I will learn data science, or just like I'm learning something like a Power BI, I will learn this particular data science, or by learning something like C, C++. It is not a language. It is not a software. It is not a tool. It is not an application to use like SAP. Okay, or it's not like that actually, guys. Then what it is going to be? A data science is going to be actually by definition also, if you see, by definition, according to the definition of a data science also, if you see, a data science is going to be some kind of an like an interdisciplinary field. Even the definition also says the same thing. It is going to be a kind of an the interdisciplinary field where we are going to learn various techniques. We are going to learn various techniques. Like what type of techniques we are going to learn? Some mathematical and statistical techniques. Statistical, and which is going to be mathematical and statistical techniques we are going to learn. Yes, absolutely. Some mathematical and statistical techniques we are going to learn. Even we are going to be learning a different types of methodologies. So a different types of methodologies, absolutely, probability. So many things are there, which we'll discuss about that. And just I'm talking about a simple application only we are going to be talking about. So maths and statistical knowledge, okay, which is going to be maths and statistical techniques we are going to learn. A different types of methodologies we are going to be learning actually. A different types of methodologies we are going to learn. Okay, even that methodology is also a different types of processing methodologies. And even we are going to be using a different types of systems we are going to use. Like we are going to be using something like a big data systems. Okay, different types of systems we are going to use. So learning a data science is about learning a different types of techniques, learning different types of methodologies, using a different types of systems we are going to be using. And even we are going to learning so many different types of how to process them actually, some kind of a processing techniques. All these things we are going to be learning it actually, guys. All these things we are going to be learning. Finally, why do you learn them actually? First of all, why do you learn it actually? Why we are going to be learning them? Why we are going to be learning here is basically the concept is very simple. We want to get some insights from the data. We want to get some insights from the data actually, guys. We have some data. We want to get some kind of an insights from the data actually. What is meaning of insights? Insights is going to be nothing but some concept of knowledge, getting some knowledge from the data. It's indirectly to say that understand the data, just to understand the data. Then obviously for understanding the data, you can have the previous systems are there, the old systems, like we are having something called as a business intelligence, isn't it? We are having so many pre-existing systems are there actually, isn't it? Absolutely. Okay, so nowadays the problem here is that data is not going to be a small quantities of data. I'm not talking about quantity of the data, but it is going to be, that means as a humans, we are unable to understand the data that much easily. There are so many hidden patterns are there. Just analyzing like what is going to be, see, analyzing something like n, which is simple to understand that. So to analyzing how the sales has been done across a particular location. So each and every location, which is going to be how the sales has been got done. So that is very easy. So just we'll take the sales data and we are going to identify the location of the sales, the transaction, each and every location, what is going to be the sales that has been got done. That is going to be normally what we call it as a business intelligence. But nowadays, the completely you have been seen a digital kind of marketing is going on. A digital kind of marketing is going on. So this concept is nothing but, that means whenever we see the sales data, so like how the sales data across the over the, which is going to be each location. So which location having the highest sales, which location is having the lowest sales, okay, etc., etc. But based on your transactions, whatever the business transaction has been happened, there is a lot of hidden patterns will be there. Identifying the hidden patterns is not that much easy. Identifying the hidden patterns is not going to be that much easy. Like to understand that, like it's going to be a little bit complex pattern. So let us say that, for example, I want to study a customer pattern. A customer pattern, I want to find it off. Like, for example, after buying, let us just an example, after buying a particular product, for example, I'm talking about, let us say some e-commerce sites like Amazon. So after buying a product, it's telling a pattern. After buying a product, after buying a product, after 15 days, he is going to buy a new product. That means I can understand that this customer is going to buying a product for every 15 days, he is going to be buying a product. Or even there is going to be a lot of patterns will be there. A lot of patterns are going to be there. So this data, that means whatever the data that is going to be there, it is going to tells you a lot of story. Like for example, it can tell you, like for example, if you go to something like a Walmart or etc. Yes, like every month how the sales was there, or every day how the sales was there, or every product like how much sales is going to be going on a particular product. That is normal business analysis. That is normally business analysis. But what kind of a pattern? For example, if customer is buying some product, the customer came to the Walmart and he has been brought a particular product. Let us say he has been brought some kind of a product actually. Like for example, we don't know. For example, he came and he has brought some kind of a product, he has been, some electronic gadget he has been brought. Along with that, some kind of a pattern. Along with this one, he is buying some other items. So it is a kind of a pattern, some kind of an hidden pattern is going to be there. So understanding all these kind of an hidden patterns is not that much easy for humans. So whenever he's buying some electronic, let us say something, it's not that if a customer is going to buys a mobile, he's also going to buy the headphones. So it is not going to be any that it's normal, anybody can expect it actually, but it's not like that. Whenever a customer is coming and buying a mobile, along with buying a mobile, he is buying a cake. For example, every customer who is coming and buying a mobile, they're also buying a cake actually. Maybe that reason can be anything. So maybe as they brought a new mobile, so they want to celebrate the occasion, so they're buying a cake. So mobile and headset is related, the headphones are going to be related. But what is the relation between mobile and a cake? Nobody can expect it, isn't it? There is nothing relation is there. But to celebrate, so being he has been came to my store and he has brought a mobile, they're also buying a cake. Something like that. So to identify this kind of an hidden patterns, we are going to be using this kind of an techniques and what are the methodologies we are learning. So if we can understand what is business analysis, What is business analysis? These are our old systems actually. They're now outdated. Business analysis is over. It has been over. So and so product, how much sales has been done. Every day, whenever how much sales we are doing for mobile and how much sales we are doing on the cake. So how many mobiles I'm selling per a day? Let us say 100. How many cakes I'm selling per a day? It is 500. This is business intelligence. This is business intelligence. But here, the pattern you are finding, whenever a customer is coming to buy a mobile, he is likely to buy the cake with which is going to be 40% confidence is there. That means if 100% came and buy the mobile, along with the mobile, there are 40 people are buying the cake along with the mobile actually. So with 40% confidence, I can say that. So these are all some kind of a methodologies which we are going to use this actually. So using these particular patterns, what we can do actually, if I came to know about this pattern, what I can say, so I can expect, so tomorrow, whenever a customer is coming to buy a mobile, I can say that 40% chances that he also buys a cake. So we can give a recommendations. Like for example, in e-commerce sites, you have find it off. Immediately I can say that. That's why you see that whenever you open e-commerce site, whenever we search for a particular product, along with the product, we'll get another information. The customer who has brought the mobile has also brought the cake. Then automatically the customer also may, okay, we are buying a new mobile now, so let us celebrate with a cake. So it is a kind of an you are giving. Previously, customer used to go to the business, but now it has been completely reversed. The business has been went to the customer. Business went means nobody nowadays, no salesperson, no calls, nothing is going to be required. Everything is going to be digital marketing. So depending on his particular, whatever the the browsing history and all these things, we can easily predict it. Nowadays, no company is sending a salesperson, no company is sending any ads. Everything they are sitting on their location, and everything through the internet, they are going to be accessing everything. So today, what product I have been got purchased? If I buy a product on Amazon, not only Amazon knows about that. If I buy a mobile today, so it is not from Amazon. It is not only Amazon knows about that. Even the other companies also knows about that. Today, Vamsi has brought some kind of a product. Why? Because Google is going to share all that information to all the other competitors. So that we'll get a lot of ads. We are going to be get a lot of recommendations. Okay, we are going to get a discounts. All these things we are going to be getting. So what is basically a data science is nothing but it is not just a basic analytics. Just you are not trying to understand the business. We are trying to understand some kind of an insights from the data. We are trying to understand, get some knowledge from the data. Based on that, you can develop some kind of a recommendation systems. Basically, we are going to be develop a different type of systems. We are going to develop it. Like I can develop a recommendation system. What the recommendation system will do, it will understand the pattern. Whenever a new customer is buying a mobile, it recommends a cake. So a kind of a recommendation systems we can do. And not only recommendation systems, actually, some kind of a predictions also. So see, whenever a customer coming to and buying a mobile, likely to buy a cake is going to be recommendation system. But when the customer is likely to buy a mobile also, my prediction systems are going to tell you. So this customer from the last, don't think that it is a simple, whatever I am explaining that, it's not that much simple as we are talking about that. So every 1 year, see, I told you, every business has been went to the customer. After 1 year, everybody, so some people will be there. So for every 6 months itself, they will be changing their mobiles. Every 6 months, they will change the mobiles actually. They will buy a mobile. After 6 months usage, they will sell it at a second-hand price, and then it is they are going to buy a new mobile actually. That means if the e-commerce site comes to know about that, okay, from the last 6 months it has been done, so there is a high chance that he is going to buy a mobile in the next 6 months. So before the 5th month only, after 5 months completed, immediately I can go for the recommendation actually. But how do you understand that it's predicting, saying that this customer is likely to buy a particular product? Or whenever I'm searching for, we do a lot of window shopping. We'll open the Amazon site, we'll search for a particular product. So whether this customer is going to likely to buy the product or not. For example, if the Amazon can have some kind of a prediction, you know that instant discounts can be given. Instant discounts can be gets given, right? So some companies, we know that some websites, whenever we are trying to buy a particular product, So it will identify, is there any chance, is a customer will buy it or not? If there is a high probability that if the machine says that this customer 80% chances that he is going to buy a product. So once you have that confirmation, immediately the company can give a discount. So I'm giving 500 rupees discount on this particular product. Whenever the company is having a guarantee that or having a confirmation that 100% nobody can correct, nobody can be 100% correct, even machines also, but 80% chances that the customer is buying to buy the particular product, but he is only thinking about the price or other competitor price. I'm looking for a laptop. Let us say that 100%, 80% chances that I'm going to buy a particular laptop, but I'm checking for, so I verified for a Lenovo. After that, I verified for HP. I verified for some other Dell company. So immediately, if I know about that, if the company knows about that, immediately he's going to give us a discount. So 500 rupees discount or 2000 discount on this particular product. So we are making the customer to buy that particular product. It's a recommendation system. A kind of a prediction systems are going to be there. You know the difference between recommendation system. Recommendation means you may like this particular product. Prediction means there is a chance that he is going to buy this. Like insurance companies, we'll open the insurance websites and we want to buy insurance. We are planning. We are checking for insurance policy. So immediately the insurance company identifies, okay, the chance is that he is going to buy the insurance. So will depend, we'll give some inputs like my age, my salary, etc. I'm going number of family members, etc. I'm going to feed some input. Based on that, the model, that particular models are going to identify is this person is going to be having a chance to buy the insurance policy. Or let us say that we don't have 40%, only 30% probability that he will buy the insurance policy. So he does not have, that means the company identifies that. So very less prediction or less probability that he will buy the insurance policy. No need to give the discount. If you're having a high probability, giving a discount. Nowadays, everything has became customer specific. It has became a customer specific. It has became actually, guys. It is not like a group. A best example I can say that previously, some years before, like for example, your mobile recharge. A best example we can say that customer specific mobile recharge. So everybody, for example, if I'm using an Airtel SIM, every customer of Airtel is going to be having the same plans. But now it is not like that, customer specific plan. So depending on my usage, they will plan a different plans will be there. If I'm using more data I'm using, mobile data I'm using, so they will give my more offers based on the mobile data usage. Or if I'm using the talk time more, so they will give the discounted prices based on that particular talk time prices. Then only they can attract the customers. If everybody having the same plan, everybody is having the same tariff, that is not going to be there. So it is almost all nowadays, even in Amazon also, there is a chances of the customer specific prices. If I open and if you open the same website, you may see a different price, I may see a different price. Best example, YouTube videos. It is going to be YouTube videos actually. If I open my YouTube, so whatever the videos I'll get is different from whatever the videos you will get it. Why? Because it is depending on my past history. That is going to be, your system is going to be depending on your history. So what type of movies what type of videos you're watching more? For example, you're watching more related to sports. So YouTube is always going to show you all the videos which are related to, which is going to be the sports. If for example, I was interested in some kind of an comedy videos, then YouTube is going to be always shows me most of the videos related to the, which is going to be comedy videos. So these are all going to be some examples of how it is going to be running, how these systems are running internally. Here is, they will analyze the pattern. And there are going to be giving some kind of a recommendations to us. How this kind of a patterns and insights we are going to be getting the data by using a set of techniques, methodologies, systems, processing, which all these are nothing but what we are going to call it as our data science. There are so many are there. I have written some. I just said that techniques only, but what type of techniques we'll use? I said that it is going to be some mathematical and statistical techniques. We are going to be learning a different type of systems we are going to learn. Then what type of systems we are going to use actually? What type of systems we are going to be using? Yes, we are having a different type of systems. We are going to be using it actually. Okay, so there are so many different types of the systems, techniques, methodologies, processings. We are going to use all these things finally to basically our target is nothing but to understand the data, understand the past data. Based on that, you can give some recommendations. Based on that, we can do some kind of a predictions. And another best example, I can say that. Another best example, I can say that you will get emails. You will get emails. So whenever an incoming email comes, that email is identified as an whether it is a it is going to be an not a spam. It is a spam or it is going to be not a spam. Non-spam. Non-spam is nothing but we call it as ham messages. Okay, so how it is going to identify that? So it is going to be, so there is nobody sitting on the, let us say that at the Google office, and nobody is going to be saying that, okay, he has got, Vamshi has got this email, it is a spam or it is a ham. It is one of the best example of which is going to be a data science application. So how the model, that means how it is going to be gets working here is, it is going to be, so here what is the main advantage is, here, as I said that if you understand the data to get some insights from the data. So we are going to be using some kind of a technique called as machine learning. So I told you, no, there are so many different techniques are there. Even all the machine learning algorithms are depending on some mathematical and statistical concepts only. We are going to be using a technique called as a machine learning. Using the machine learning, what we are going to do is machines are going to feed it with the data. We are not going to do that. We are going to feed some data to the machine. Machines are going to study this data. Machines directly tells you that kind of an insight. That means they're working dynamically. They will study the data by themselves. They will study the data. Okay, they will study the pattern, and based on the pattern, they itself is going to predict it. So it studied the past customers data. Which customer is likely to go for an investment? So they have studied the past customers data. What are their ages? What are the salaries? Is there an existing the existing investments are there? Okay, whether he was a married or not. Okay, whether he's having any children or not. So what type of housing he was staying, etc., etc. These are all my past customers data. Who has been done the investment? So whether the investment is done or not, yes or no. So it will study this data at that instant of time, and basically just like a real-time analytics. It is what we call it as a real-time analytics. At that instant of time, they will study the data. And immediately what they will do is, immediately, whenever a new customer comes, automatically it will predict whether he will do the investment, whether he does not do the investment actually. But how it is predicting? By studying the past customers data. So it will understand the patterns in the data. Based on that particular pattern, so this kind of a pattern people is doing the investment. This kind of a pattern people are not doing the investment. So it will identify. So what pattern this new customer comes, immediately it says that this customer is likely to go for the investment. So it is going to be more and more follow-up has to take place. This customer likely to does not buy the policy or does not go for investment. So unnecessary, no need to call that particular person. See, all this productivity is going to be gets increases. Nowadays, almost all in every business, the productivity has been increased. It is due to all this particular, whatever the technology that has been came actually. So there are some machine learning, deep learning, NLP, artificial intelligence. All these are going to be the various techniques and methodologies which we are going to be using in data science. Finally, to make you understand, in data science, we are going to learn a different skills, a different methodologies, a different techniques. We are going to be using that. Okay, but finally, what is the main purpose of that? We want to get some kind of an insights from the data. We want to understand that particular data, and based on that, we want to do some predictions. So mainly, that means whenever I'm talking about the main important concept, there it is going to be what I'm talking about, a machine learning. Where in the machine learning is nothing but one kind of a technique we'll use. But here, as I said that, I'm going to be getting the insights from the data, but I'm not going to do anything. I will feed the data to the machine. Machine is going to come up with the insights. Now, based on the insights, we can do some kind of a prediction. So machine will automatically studies the data, and automatically it is going to identify what is the pattern, how this data is coming. How can you say that? When can you say that a customer likely to buy a product, or when can you say that the customer is not likely to buy a particular product? It will tell you it is going to tell you the patterns. So based on the patterns, we can take the decisions, or even the machine itself is going to suggest you. So this customer is likely to buy the particular product, so give some discount. This customer, 80% chances that he will buy, 80% chances that he does not buy. See, whenever we are talking about a medical diagnosis, nowadays, all this data science and all these things is going to be mostly used in some of the domains, like which is going to be finance, mostly, which is going to be finance, mostly in the finance, insurance, okay, which is going to be which is going to be mobile, which is going to be telecom, insurance companies that are going to be using healthcare. So all these are going to be insurance companies and healthcare. All these are going to be completely, they are going to be using this kind of a data science related technologies. Why? Because this is very important as part of them. So prediction is very important in the finance. So whether a customer goes for investment or not, is there any chances of any fraud transaction may taking place? So telecom, so which customer is likely to, a new customer is going to be coming to the, the telecom companies, attracting new customers and retaining the old customers is important. Retaining the old customers, we have seen how the telecom from the last 5-6 years of time, so how the telecom the domain has been got completely, the business has been changed. We have been seen some companies are in huge losses, and some companies even they have been shut down their services also. So even in insurance also, claims, fraud claims, okay, genuine claims, it is going to be, so how much you can expect. So in future, how much the company may have to pay for that particular insurance policies. So all these are going to be some kind of an estimations which need to be gets done prior to giving a health policy, or before giving an insurance policy, they should be having some kind of an expectation. So banks, whenever the banks is giving a loan, they expect that this particular customer has to repay the loan. So every company, every bank will always expect that the customer will repay the loan. But what is the chances that he will repay the loan? So we have to study the past customers data. Based on that particular pattern, we can identify whether this customer will repay the the loan amount or not. If we have a higher probability that he will repay, we'll give the loan. Otherwise, we don't give the loan to the customers. So almost all, even as part of the education platforms also. So in future, still education platform is increasing, but in our coming days, we don't have this like today. Obviously, today, if you see you are learning this, you are here to learn the course. So here I'm teaching it here now. In coming days, we don't have this kind of already we have been changed completely. So many corporates has been came into the this particular education platforms. Actually, they are collaborating with IITs, IIMs, and all these things. And there are going to be they're charging a lot of money. So here our fees is 16K. So if you want to learn the same course from something like any corporate company, so we have an upgrade is there. Okay. I think you have been seen a company called as you guys has been seen, I think, here the news, which is going to be, it's one of the very popular company actually, guys. So Insofe, isn't it? Maybe you have been heard about the latest news about this particular Insofe company. Okay, so it has been almost all the first it has been got started. So they have taken the loans from the banks behalf of that particular participants, and recently it has been got closed. So that is one of the latest news on this particular Insofe, isn't it? So Insofe, if it is going to be the news, if you see this, it is going to be the recently it has been happened 2 days or 3 days back only. It has been happened actually. So it is one of the data science training. They used to charge 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. They used to charge it actually. So they have been collaborated with various the IITs, IIMs, and they have been closed. Just 2 days back, 3 days back happened actually. So Insofe leaves 700 students swimming as it abruptly shut down AML course. Almost all this is the first one because I started in 2017. At that time, this upgrade, great learnings, this Insofe, these are all the companies which it has been. So you can see there. So almost all they have been private banks loan, even almost all 14 lakhs in the name of the trainees. Each and every candidate they have been taken the loans actually, and now they have stopped it. Now they have been closed their particular company. Recently it has been got happened actually. So like that, these companies has been going to be, but how much they will charge us actually? If you see their charges, if you see, there are going to be very high charges will be there, very high charges, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. You can see the courses, you can find that applications. So how that particular, how much charges there are going to be doing. Check it out. In upgrade, you will see that minimum it is going to be cost you around some 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, they will be costing you actually. Great Learnings, this is one of the company. So it is going to be the Great Lakes, which is going to be Great Learning actually, Great Learning. So this is going to be one of the company. Like that, we are going to be having so many companies are there. So what they are doing here is they are going to be charging you, but they are different. There are going to be some kind of an industry standards, but very high costly. Everybody cannot spend this much time. But if you see the course curriculum, if you download that particular course curriculum, you can see almost all course curriculum will be the same actually, but their standards are going to be different actually. 12 months, which is going to be 12 months they are going to be conducting. Only on weekends they will conduct it actually. But it is going to be like a video training. It's going to be like a video training, what we can see. Whatever the topics I'm talking about, the same thing. Python, machine learning, Tableau, MySQL, data mining, ChatGPT. So these are going to be what we are going to be gets learning it actually. But there is going to be different. So even in the coming future also, how the education platform changes here is, it is going to be depending on that. Everybody don't get the same videos. It is going to be depending on the level. So they will be conducting some kind of an LMS systems they will give you. So first chapter or first lesson, first take the first test, how much you have been scored. So depending on the score you have been got done, so automatically the next level will changes automatically. Everybody does not get the same, which is going to be the same course. It will be changes from one person to another person. So depending on how much time you are spending, so everything is going to be becomes an automated process. Depending gaming applications. So depending on the expertise of the person, the level automatically increases. The level will become more and more complex. It is going to becomes. So all these are going to be some of the examples. You can talk about that, though we don't know anything about the data science, but every day we are going to be using some application of data science. The best example you can say that it is going to be the word recommendations. Whenever you are typing, whenever we are typing some your chat in the WhatsApp or etc., it will tell you what is the next coming word, what could be the next word. How it knows that what could be the next word actually. From the past, whatever the 1 year, 2 years, whatever you are typing, the machine is going to, your model is going to study your vocabulary. So this person is using, after this word, he is using this particular word. These are the sentences he is using very frequently. So automatically it identifies what could be the next coming word it is going to be. A best example of which is going to be a machine learning algorithms or a data science application, what we can say that. So here we are going to be learning a different skill sets we are going to learn. Mostly the main important skill sets we are going to be learning is mainly ML, DL, and AI. These are mainly the 3 main important skill sets we are going to learn. But directly we can't learn the ML. If you want to learn ML, we have to require some other skill sets we have to require. If you want to learn ML, we have to require some basic data analytics is required. And we have to require some kind of a data visualization skills are required. Whenever we want to learn DL, if you want to learn DL, we have to learn ML, we have to know. Along with that, we have to learn some kind of a calculus is going to be required. Like that, everything for learning every concept here, we have to have some kind of a skill set is going to be required. So we learn all that particular skill sets to become either an ML expert or a DL expert or an AI expert, NLP expert. You can have a different type of core areas are there. So as part of our course curriculum, completely to become a full stack data science engineer, whatever the skill sets or whatever the technologies or techniques you require, all these things we are going to be learning as part of our course curriculum, guys. Okay. So finally, what is our main target is to get some insight from the data, and based on that insights, we want to do some kind of a prediction. That is what we are talking about a data science concepts. Okay. Yes, Grammarly. Even Grammarly is going to be a different one actually. Grammarly is a different one. That is going to be a different one. I can say that it's a different one. It is also based on some NLP and all these things. But that is different. This is going to be different. What is Grammarly is going to tells you? It is It is going to tell you the what is going to be the correct. It's going to be doing some kind of an correcting the sentences actually. Yes, that is also going to be, but this is a purely a machine learning algorithm. It studies what could be the next coming word it is going to be. Grammarly is not depending on my vocabulary. It depends on the general vocabulary actually. So according to grammatical, whenever we how to follow the grammar, so what should be the next, what is the next coming word? But whenever it comes to our mobile, it is not like that. After this particular word, what could be the sentence actually? Okay, so whenever we said which is going to be, we'll use some words like in our local language, we'll use this. Even that is also going to tell you the local language graph, the grammar, the whatever that particular is there, it is going to be does not tells you about the local language. It only talks about the English language only. It is going to talks about. Okay, fine. That's we'll discuss. That is a different case actually. So like this, we are going to learning a different type of skill sets, but all these are going to be completely new to you. For everyone, it is new to you. It's not like I know C language, I can learn Java easily. I know C++, I can learn Java easily. It's not like that. Because it is completely new to everyone. Almost all, everybody is going to be new here now. It is a little bit time-taking process, guys, because multiple skills, it's not a concept of multiple skills. It is completely a new method of learning, a new way of learning we are going to do that. Okay, that's why we have to understand. If I say program is there, I can write the program, I can explain the program. Here it is not a concept of program. Why you are using this methodology? What is the necessity of this technique? Why should I go for this kind of a processing? So everything is going to be new and everything is going to be new to you. So we have to learn everything from the scratch itself. That is the reason it will take a little bit time. As I told you, it is going to be almost 12 months of time course. It is going to be, but 12 months of time, we cannot make you to sit here. Obviously, it happens to everyone. So person who pays that much 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs if they pays, so they cannot complete their particular course because 12 months dedication is impossible to everyone. Because 12 months, so if he's an employee, he cannot dedicate that much time actually. Even myself, I have been done one course curriculum. I have done one program from IIIT Hyderabad, which collaborated with the company called as Talent Sprint. So it is going to be a Talent Sprint is another company, so which has been collaborated with IIIT Hyderabad. So I have done one kind of a course on AI and ML. So this is going to be one program what I have been done. So there are so many programs are done. They have so many programs. So whatever I have done is going to be, it is certification on AI and ML actually. A certification on AI and ML. So many new courses are there. So many. So maybe my course I have done in 2019 actually, but it is going to be a completely an advanced certification on AI and ML concept. I have been got done actually, but now they have got a new courses. So many new courses has been came. So mine is a little bit old one. So it is going to be like it's an old one. I have done in 2019. I have been got done. So I have been spent 1.7 lakhs for this. It's a course of 3 months. It's a course of 3 months, which is going to be costing me which has been costed 1.7 lakhs. Okay, and that too only on weekends. That too only on weekends. Even that weekends also, only Saturday is the session will be there. Sunday we have been having a practical class. Just you can imagine that. It is only 13 weeks class time. It's a 13 weeks training. 13 weeks training, only a Saturday theory concept. Sunday it is practical. This means you can imagine that it has been only 13 to 15 sessions only we have been spent. 13 to 15 sessions only we have been got spent. For that, we have been spent approximately 1.7 lakhs. We have been spent it actually. So, but actually there is nothing we learn. Everything there is a professors, the PhD people will teach it actually. So they are nothing but the mathematicians only. The mathematician, the experts in maths and all these things. So the idea here is it's a little bit a corporate level, LMS systems. Okay, there will be every day morning there will be test will be there, weekly test will be there. So it's going to be, they will spend on all those things. That's the reason why they will charge us that much from the participants actually. So here it is going to be who can spend 1.5 lakhs, 1.7 lakhs on this particular training. Generally, everybody cannot spend it. Even if you were having a plan to do set up a certification also, you cannot learn within 13 weeks. You can't learn anything from there. It's going to be like directly implementation, concept implementation. But here I've done a lot of research on these applications. Whatever the research I have been done, all these things I will explain step by step to make you understand easily. So, but one thing, whoever is going to be joins my class, they will get a complete control on the machine learning. Complete control will be there, because how to control everything, I have done a lot of research on that. Every point to point I can explain that particular applications. Okay, so that is going to be just for the today's class. I just don't want to take up more class. Just I'll take another 5-10 minutes of any questions if you have. I'm going to take up that particular question from your side. So this is my just an introduction part only, just like a demo, like what is data science, like what concepts we are going to be learning, like how our course curriculum will be there, and just about myself. I just want to give a demo session. So tomorrow and after tomorrow also, there will be some introduction parts only will be there. Like tomorrow, what is machine learning, how machine learning will learn, just a little bit ideas, not completely practical concept. We don't start anything with that. Okay, and along with that, you also guys have some different questions are there. So just to clarify your questions also, I'm going to be taking some 5 to 10 minutes of time for your side. Okay, fine guys. Okay, yeah, fees details and course duration. Fees details is going to be, as I told you, it is going to be every day. The class timing is from 7:15 to 8:30. 7:15 p.m. to which is going to be 8:30 p.m. is your class timing, and it is going to take around 4 to 5 months of time. Around 4 to 5 months of time it is going to take it actually. So that is about the course, and 16K is going to be the price of our course. This is going to be the course fee. 16K is going to be for course fee, which is going to be approximately more than 5 months you can take it actually. So that is about the course curriculum. Okay, fine guys. Other guys, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can speak if you want, or else you can just post your questions in the chat window.
Sir, our language will also be covered in this?
Yes, yes, absolutely. There is going to be some language. So 2 languages we'll learn. Python, mostly 90% it is going to be on the Python only. I'm not saying that I'm teaching only 10% of our language only. If you know the Python, I'm not saying that 90% of Python I will teach. 90% of the time we'll work on the Python. 10% of the time we are going to be working on a R. That means that I'm not saying that we'll work only there, because almost all if you learn Python, learning our language is going to be the same concept only. Concepts will be the same. So that's the reason we need not to spend that much time. But 10% we are going to be working on the R language also we are going to be working. Yep. Yes, Pavan, it's actually ML. That means you know that ML ops is different actually. But anyhow, ML, that is machine learning plus DevOps, is nothing but what we are going to call it as the ML ops. Here, one module I'm going to be teaching. That is going to be ML I'm going to be teaching, but not further, which is going to be ML ops. We are not going to be doing that. And anyhow, curriculum, my backend team is going to share you. My backend team is going to share you that particular curriculum. You can just go through this curriculum actually. Okay, fine. Otherwise, in the coming class, I'll show you the curriculum. Yeah.
Sir, are you going to cover us like capstone project?
Yes, absolutely. Like obviously, because everybody, it's capstone project means like what we can say here is it is up to your interest. It is going to be. Okay. So whoever is going to be interested, because it's an that if classroom training and online training is going to be different. Yeah. So classroom training means everybody will be there. I can motivate everyone. I can monitor everybody is working or not. Here, I cannot monitor, right? Here, I cannot monitor what you are doing it actually. So it is up to your interest. If you are interested, so I'm going to be helping you to do a capstone project actually. So not only and one more thing, while learning itself only, we are going to be doing a lot of case studies. We are going to be doing as like a capstone projects only we are going to be doing. So almost all for every algorithm, we'll do a project.
And will you cover the Spark also?
Spark, yes, absolutely. Just a second once. I will show my course curriculum. Just give me a second. Actually, it's a new system. I was not sure about that, whether it was there or not there. Just recently I purchased this actually. Just a second. Yep. Let me show you once, just you can get an idea about that, like whatever the course curriculum we have it actually. So this is going to be our main topics we are going to be learning. So core Python, we are going to be spending some 12 sessions on that. NumPy, Pandas, visualization, machine learning, R language, deep learning, NLP, Plotly and the Dash. Actually, we are making some small change in the curriculum, which is going to be Plotly and the Dash. We are removing from the coming batch. It's an data visualization library actually, which is becoming too complicated for the participants. Initially, we thought that, but there are going to be getting confused with that. So generally, we'll make some changes from maybe some very frequently, depending on the how the participants are taking, we'll make the changes. So Hadoop and Spark is there, chatbots are there, Azure ML is there, Power BI is there. And as part of the Hadoop and Spark, these are the topics what we are going to be learning about the Spark. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, if we need to learn externally Python, it's required.
No. Whatever the Python that is required for our machine learning, that I am going to teach you. Okay. And along with that, that means it is only 2 weeks of classes. I'm not going to teach you much about that because we are not here to learn Python expert. We are not here to become Python experts. But if you join for the course, if you register for this particular course, you will be getting it is going to be as a complimentary. You are going to get a complete Python video classes. You can get the access to that, which will be accessible to you for 6 months of time. Within 6 months of time, you have to complete this. Okay, which will normally cost you 4,000. We are going to give you as a free of cost, as a complimentary who has been registered for the data science course. So if you want to learn more and more, which is going to be related to this, so you can see 180 days access will be there. You can get the access. I think no worries. I think initially they'll give you 180 days access at a free of cost. But if you want, you can become a Python expert in that. So you can learn all the Python concepts, whatever that is required. But whatever the Python that is required for a data science course, I'm going to teach you from my side. That is what we can see. For 12 days, we have a Python course is there. Some core Python concepts are required. So these are the core Python concepts that are required. Very few topics. So with this, we can learn the machine learning. Right? Yeah, guys.
So WhatsApp will be created for this?
Yes, one second. Can you repeat?
The WhatsApp group will be created for this batch?
There will be group will be created. There will be group is going to be created for every batch. So it may be a WhatsApp group or it may be Telegram group. We'll be having a regular groups will be there. Without the groups, we cannot communicate. Basically, for communicating and all these things, you will be maintaining the groups, either WhatsApp group or Telegram group. One group will be created. Right, guys? Any more questions? Any technical questions, guys? I'm expecting some at least any technical questions. So you're asking about fees and all these things only. Right. Anybody? Any questions from your side? I can just take up the questions. Okay, so I think all of you are fine for the yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
In the real time, we can working in the only particular topic or entire what are the machine learning, AI, this kind of the each one part we need to learn.
No. Actually, see, you know the difference actually. So are you, if you don't mind, are you working?
Yes, I am working.
Okay,
but another technology.
Okay. You know the other technology. You know that. See, you may have already attended the interview actually. Okay, for what are the technology you have been learned. So in interview point of view, what is the target actually, whether this particular candidate is having a capability to implement the project or not. But once you go to the project, you know that your scope is very limited to specific particular concept or a particular technology only. But as an interview point of view, you have to learn. So for interview point of view, we have to learn, but we don't know. When you go to the real application, you may work with ML, you may work with DL, you may work with. So at least you should be having some knowledge about all these things. Main important is machine learning. Machine learning and deep learning is the most important. 80% of the concepts data science will contain. The ML and the DL is going to be there. That is what we are going to be learning here now.
Okay. Here machine should be required the certification we need to complete.
1 second, can you repeat? You want to course completion certificate will be certification. It's a training institute, right? We are going to be giving you in a course completion certificate will be given. If you want to have any, which is going to be having any kind of a certification program, then we are going to be having, which is going to be from Microsoft. We have it actually. So Microsoft certification program is going to be there. If you want, you can go for a certification program for that actually. So I didn't remember the number, which is going to be AA certification actually. It is going to be Microsoft AI, which is going to be a certification actually. So there will be some certification program from AI. So if you want, you can just complete that particular program actually. This is Azure Fundamentals AI. We have a different are there. You can see it actually. So we have to complete those particular certifications. Okay. Right. As I told you, no, Pavan, it's not ML ops, it is ML. Okay. Fine. It's not depending on how many hours I kill. It depends on the requirement. It's not like stats and prob how much. I cannot say that. Not number of hours, but obviously for every algorithm there is a math will be there. So at least we have to spend 2 to 3 hours on every algorithm we have to spend. So I cannot say that like linear algebra is there. There we have to send the maths. Okay, if you want to work with which is going to be the calculus, we are going to spend some time. So I don't have a specific time frame there. But for every concept that is required, we'll be discussing about the math concepts will be there. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, it's already time is 8:30. So just for today, hope I have answered all of your questions. So just for today, we'll stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow, same time. I'll see you tomorrow, guys, same time and same link. And we'll just have a discussion for a couple of days. And then I'll start with the main course curriculum and start with this, guys. Okay. So thank you for today, guys. And I'll meet you tomorrow at the same time, at the same link, guys. Thank you all of you once again, guys.